Welcome back to Amity Island, where for the third day in a row we're told the shark just refuses to work.
Cut! Just stop! We know already. Okay, the shark didn't work most of the time. Fine, but everybody's heard that story a million times. Let's give them the stories they haven't heard.
Hi, everyone. How are you? I have a sort of an odd question. You'll hear a lot of times actors will be asked about iconic scenes they did, and they will say, oh, I actually never really liked what I did in that scene, or I wish I could have done it differently. Is there anything in Jaws that you watch it now that just kind of, you wish, it doesn't, you don't like the scene, or it sticks in your craw, a little tiny thing?
Yes.
Or, yes, what is it?
Yes.
Or are you allowed to tell us?
No,
Don't take a picture of you while you're talking.
Okay. You know, when you do a scene, this happened with the shark coming through the cabin. I made 3 cabins, and they wrecked 2, and I had to talk to Stephen. I said, we only have 1 left, so you better get the shark leaving and hope to get a clean. And he said, oh yeah, okay, I didn't know. All right, fine. But I made 3 sterns for the Orca, and we wrecked them all. And I was never happy with that shot because the shark's supposed to go like this, and it tend to do a little dog dance, you know. And I thought, oh God, I wish I had another stern, you know, because we would have done it again. But and that's the thing, you know. The director can't say, okay, Joe, we want to do another one. Sorry, we only have 3. I mean, see, that's the difference when you make a practical movie. You've got to figure, okay, how much, we don't have all the money in the world, how much, we'll make 3 sterns. In CGI, just do it again, right? So that's, you know, yes, I see that shot, and yeah.
Or what happens is you have a situation where you shoot it 3 times, and if you don't have it, then they have to build it again. Then you got to scrap the shot and do it. It does become a big deal. I mean, and still to this day, when we're on set, and you know, if we're doing an effect or something, and they'll be like, well, how many times do you think it's going to take us to do it? I'm like, well, I don't know. Hopefully we'll get it quickly, because every time you have to build it, it costs more money. So like, oh yeah, you'll just get it in the first take. Well, yeah. You never get it in the first take. If you're lucky, you do. But you know, you have to, you know, like this shot Joe's talking about with the Bruce head smashing into the cabin of the sinking Orca over the shoulder of Roy Scheider. You know, every time they smash that shark through that glass, that's no good anymore. Then you got to either replace the window or and then of course that takes time. So you got to.
Well, and we're not at a studio. You know, at a studio we need candy glass. We need a balsa wood. You can't go to the local hardware store in Edgartown and say, "Oh, give me some candy glass and balsa wood," you know, because I'm going to make this thing. It doesn't exist. So that stuff has to be shipped here, and so you just have to say, you got three shots. And the schedule is such, we can't say, oh, okay, go ahead and build another one and we'll shoot it next week. No, we were like, we're trying to get out of here. So
we did do one thing in one take, and that was the breakaway dock, when Charlie and his friend were chumming for...
Oh, I was asking Torgot about that yesterday.
And that was truly the only thing. It was the first thing I was on board for. And I thought, well, there's nothing to this. You know, this is a piece of cake. But we did manage to pull down the dock in one take, and it was fine. That was the only thing we ever did in one take.
Can we go home now?
Thank you for joining us on this chapter of Echoes of Amity. The story continues. Click here to watch the next episode or dive into the full series playlist. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss the next wave of Amity's history.